I had to do this for.
Good.
All right, 6 p.m. We'll call the regular village board meeting to order. If you'd all please join me in a moment of silence. And the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag
Of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Clerk, would you take the roll?
Trustee Charles.
Present.
Trustee Detmers. Here. Trustee Ferguson.
Here.
Trustee Gerger.
Here.
Trustee Mao.
Here.
Trustee Scherschel.
Present.
Village President Kinsey.
Here. Any public announcements this evening? Mr. Morgan.
Les Morgan with the Chatham American Legion and VFW. This year, we won't be having the traditional Memorial Day services because the guidelines weren't released in time. And because we usually have 300 to 400 people, we still wouldn't be able to hold the public service. So we will be doing a silent vigil from 10 to 10:30. Anyone that wants to come out and sit in long chairs, socially distance, and enjoy the day. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Let's go ahead. Start with a moment of levity here. As we issue this proclamation tonight, recognizing the heroic endeavors of Mr. Lanny Oden and Mr. Joel Tenenhouse. Whereas for far too many days to even count, the members of the corporate authorities of the Village of Chatham have had to endure the reminder that trustees Dewey Detmers and Paul Scherschel won a pickleball medal. Whereas the irony of the gloating over said medal was not lost on everybody that knew that nobody else had even entered the division of the tournament the aforementioned trustees won. Whereas Trustee Detmers, on the occasion of winning said faux championship, taunted the village board that he would again make official announcement when they defended this unearned title. And at this time, he has gone silent. And whereas the corporate authorities of the Village of Chatham continually recognize well-won and well-deserved championships from legitimate contested contests, and whereas when faced with such legitimate competition to reclaim such championship notoriety, Trustees Detmer and Scherschel melted like a scoop of ice cream dropped on the hot summer pavement. And whereas to the delight of the other members of the corporate authorities of the Village of Chatham, legitimate champions Mr. Lanny Odom and Mr. Joel Tenenhouse gave Trustees Detmers and Scherschel the what for in the Friends of Chatham Pickleballs Club Championship Men's Intermediate Division on May 16, 2021. And whereas the village continues to recognize those that excel in their chosen fields, especially when they overcome actual competition, now, therefore, I, Dave Kimsey, President of the Village of Chatham, joined with the trustees of the Village of Chatham, do hereby commemorate and celebrate May 16th, 2021 as Lanny Oden and Joel Tenenhouse Day in the Village of Chatham, and encourage the community to join in us in recognizing this locally historic occasion and supporting the athletic accomplishments and ability of these fine gentlemen to finally close the door on the dark era of self-declared champions in uncontested pickleball tournaments in the Village of Chatham.
I would like to second that.
Wait
And
a second.
And I would like to demand a voice vote. See where everybody stands on it.
Mr. Clerk, a voice vote, please.
Oh, you got it.
Trustee Mao.
Yes.
Trustee Ferguson.
No.
Trustee Charles.
Present.
Say yes.
I know.
Say
Trustee
yes.
Detmer.
Yes.
Yeah,
Fine, yes.
Trustee Gerger.
Yes.
Trustee Scherschel.
To allow a tiebreaker, I'll vote present.
Yes, absolutely, yes.
But now, wait, should you not abstain from voting? I mean.
That's why I voted present.
Okay.
I thought
Making
that was.
sure.
No, I thought that was the.
In tradition, we have a fancy signed copy of this proclamation for both trustees Churchill and Detmers, along with an appropriate photo. So we'll give that to you, gentlemen.
Like, X.
And not to leave any of the other trustees out, we have copies for you guys too, to
Please.
commemorate such occasions. So
There you go.
All righty. Thank you.
there you're welcome.
All right, I'll remember this, guys.
I wouldn't mind one.
Well remembered.
We sat on that for 2 years of having to.
I would have loved to have one suitable for framing though.
We can make that happen. I know a guy. On a little more serious note, we would also like to commend Officers Bolden and Smith and Chief Foley, if you can fill in a little bit of the details for the board members and those watching. Officer Smith and Bolden have received life-saving recognition for their use of defibrillators and CPRs to save a gentleman's life.
Yeah, I don't remember the exact date. I feel prepared for that.
May 13th. I got you.
Appreciate it. Yeah, May 13th, both officers responded to a gentleman down in his backyard. There was an off-duty Pawnee police officer there as well. The off-duty officer started CPR on the gentleman in the backyard. Both officers arrived, grabbed the AED. We have a couple AEDs that we run with our squad. Grabbed the AED, performed life-saving measures, brought the gentleman back to life. Since that time, I believe he received some stents in the hospital, and he's now on the road to recovery. So, good work, great work by those two officers, Officer Bolton and Officer Smith.
So we appreciate that, and I think I speak for the board and say please send our thanks. And
Absolutely. Yes. Thank you.
any public comments on agenda topics?
No emails.
Hearing none. A motion to bring the consent agenda to the table.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Trustee Miles made a motion, second by Trustee Charles. Any discussion regarding the warrants or the minutes? Hearing none, Mr. Clerk.
Hold 1 second. Trustee Mao,
Yes.
Ferguson,
Yes.
Trustee Charo,
Yes.
Trustee Detmers.
Yes.
Trustee Gerger,
Yes.
Trustee Churchill.
Yes.
Resolution releasing letter of credit for Cardinal Ridge will remain in old business.
Perpetuity.
Remind Jim that I'm going to ask him about it the next time he's in here. Under new business, we have a resolution consenting to the appointments of certain board members and commission members. Can I have a motion to bring this to the floor?
Make that motion.
Trustee Miles made a motion, second by Trustee Charo. These are reappointments for Diane Vanderkoy to the Board of Fire and Police Commission, Chuck Hurd to the Zoning Board of Appeals, Rollo Saucier and Peggy Windish to the Public Properties and Recreation Committee. Any discussion?
I do have one thing just to clarify, because I know there's a couple appointments onto the Public Properties and Recreation Commission. And I know there's some confusion on the summer recreation program. And I know with the duties and functions of that commission, part of that is to promote, encourage, and guide to the development of village recreation programs and services, as well as reviewing the annual Chatham Summer Recreation Program. So I know the board did not eliminate the summer recreation program. So I just want to clarify that as we vote on these and ask as we vote for these to consent with these appointments that there is a plan going forward with the summer recreation program, because the board did not eliminate that program. So I want to make sure that that's clear to the public.
Yes.
Okay.
Any other? Mr. Clerk?
Trustee Charo,
Yes.
Trustee Detmers,
Yes.
Trustee Ferguson,
Yes.
Trustee Gerger,
Yes.
Trustee Mao,
Yes.
Trustee Churchill.
Yes.
Any public comments regarding any additional village business? Hearing none, scheduled meetings of Village Board, 6 p.m. on June 8th. Committee of the Whole, 6:15 to follow. Utility Oversight Subcommittee, June 14th at 6 p.m. Planning Commission, June 17th at 6 p.m. The Board, again, June 22nd at 6 p.m. And the Public Properties Recreation Committee, July 12th, 6 o'clock p.m. Having no further business, I will entertain a motion to go into closed session under personnel at 2C1 and litigation under 2C11.
I'll make that motion.
Trustee Charles made a motion to second.
I'll second.
Second by trustee Mao. Mr. Clerk, would you take the roll, please?
Trustee Mao.
Yes.
Trustee Ferguson.
Yes.
Trustee Charles.
Yes.
Trustee Detmers.
Yes.
Trustee Gerger.
Yes.
Trustee Churchill.
Yes.
Okay, there'll be no further business after closed session, and we can now use our conference room.
That's.
All right.
I was proud I went.